Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to take a look at the pens that I've got inked up in July 2025 and they aren't in my current EDC or inked up for a specific video. So here we've got the paper we're going to be using. This is a Rhodia A4 notepad with a dot grid. Just going to turn it on the side. Make sure we've got it nice close to the mic. So hopefully you'll be able to hear the pen's writing. So we start at the lowest, the cheapest that we've got to look at today. This is the Sikri F20. So this was bought from AliExpress. Beautiful green colour this, I really like it. It's an expensive pen, $5.50. Cartridge converter, there we go. Oh, I don't have much ink left in this, so it should get us through, but let's see what happens. It's really nice. It's quite a surprise this for the price. Got a smallish nib there, but you expect it again at this price. So we got a Sikri, which won't write. Let me just prime that feed. I'm just going to push the plunger all the way down. Hopefully that'll give us enough ink that we can write with. No, it doesn't seem to want to. Getting something. Let's give it a bit of a shake. No. So the first one, the Sikri F20, $5.50, and look at that, just my luck, the very first one we try is out of ink. So what that happens, into the cleaning pot. Up next, let's see if we get a bit more luck with this one. From Ginhow, this is a Ginhow 9013 or a Ginhow Dadao 9013. Beautiful transparent colouring on this. Let's open this up. So we've got a cartridge converter there. This one, it's got ink in it. Plenty of ink in there. The material comes down even into the section. And just look at them sparkles in there. To me, when I see sparkles like this, always reminds me of the night sky when you see the stars sparkling away. You could even say with this colour, again, reminds me a little bit of what we see when we see things like the Aurora Borealis. When you see that on TV with the greens, I think that's quite nice. Let's see if this one will write. Oh, it does. A Ginhow, bit of an issue there. The 9013, so it's the smallest of the Dada models. Medium nib. I will try and remember to shut up for the writing samples. Price-wise, you're looking 12 Aussie dollars. The ink, NGC 2264 from Colourverse. Went for this ink, A, because it's green, so we've got a slight match there in colour, but also, as I said about the stars that I see in the material, so we've got here the name of the galaxy, so that's full of stars as well. So that's the Ginhow 9013. Next up, we're going to stick with Ginhow. Here we've got a Ginhow 100 Centennial. One of my older pens, one of the pens I've had for, I think this one about 3.5 years. I've got a number of Ginhow 100s. It's one of my favourite pen models. This is in this beautiful blue colour. I'm going to try and agitate this as I'm talking because the ink in here does have a shimmer component. So again, we've got a cartridge converter. I know, trying to show you that and agitate it at the same time. Let's pop that back together. Got a number 6 size nib here. On some of my other pens, I have changed the nib. Dead easy to change the nibs on these, but this is the nib that it came with. There we go. I do like the look of Ginhow nibs. I like two-tone nibs. This one is a particularly good example. Can I hold it up a bit closer? Hopefully you can see that two-tone effect there. Problem is the lights are fairly bright. So we got here Ginhow 100. The nib on here is a medium. Price-wise, here we're taking a bit of a jump in price. 22 Aussie dollars. The ink, it's by Diamine. And it's Stargazer. So this is a sheening ink and a shimmering ink. Let me just do it. There we go. Let's see if we get anything through. We'll leave it till the end, then hopefully I'll remember and we'll come back and look at that. We do have a number of other shimmer and chameleon inks and a couple of sheeners to come. Up next, from India, we've got the Click Falcon. Very nice pen. I believe this one was ebonite. It's got this really nice colouring. I quite like it. To me, I know it's not a tiger stripe, but it just reminds me of tiger stripes. Cartridge converter. Take this off. Loads and loads of threads if you wanted to eyedropper this. Another one, nearly out of ink. I'm going to jump right ahead and I'm going to push that plunger down. Give this the best chance we have to write. And then, do you know what? It'll go in the clean out pot. So I'll just take it apart. I've put it back together again. Look at all those threads. I'll move this page up ever so slightly. And let's write with this one. So this is a the nib on here is, you may call it an extra broad or a double broad. Price wise, we're looking approximately 23 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine. Three Kings. So this is quite a quiet writer. Hopefully the mic was able to catch it writing. I love this ink. I love the shading we're getting from it. But again, because this one's nearly empty, into the cleaning pot. Doing well so far. That's 2 pens out of 4. Up next from Kaigaloo, got the Kaigaloo 316. Again, this one's got a chameleon ink in it, so that's why I'm agitating it. This is the Elope colour. Had this 316, I want to say about 3 years. Absolutely love it. I love my Kaigaloo pens, but this was my first. So I really like this one. Another one. Let's see. Can we go like that? How much ink have we got here? Not a lot of ink left. Let's push that plunger all the way down. Again, give it the best chance possible to write. There we are. Put it back together. Another number 6 nib. Again, I like the Kaigaloo nibs. Just see if we can catch the detail there for you. So it's 2-tone. On here we have a kangaroo. So we've got a Kaigaloo. That's got a medium nib on it. Price wise, you're looking approximately 28 Aussie dollars. You've got to be careful. There's a Kaigaloo 316 and there's also a Kaigaloo 316A, which is a slightly updated model. I've got both of them. I love both of them. The ink. Diamine Mint Twist. And let me just, again, because this is a chameleon, just in case, let's do that patch, and then we can always come back and look at it. Again, though, another pen, virtually empty, so into the clean out pot. This is one of the reasons why I do these, is it's a way of checking in with my pens that I've got inked up, and then, you know, as we've seen there down, that's 3 out of 5 gone out to clean. So next up, from Natami, it's the Natami Inception. This is a really beautiful colour, this blue. It's very vibrant, it's transparent. I think it looks stunning. I really do like the colour. I wish I could get more pens with a colour like that. There's the ink in the converter. Plenty of ink in this one, so this is another keeper. Comfortable in the hand. This one doesn't post, but I do sometimes find it can feel a little bit on the short side. So we've got a the Natami Inception with a fine nib. This is a very smooth nib. Just move this over. I can hardly feel it writing sometimes, but yeah, it's got that nice audibleness to it. Price wise, you're looking about 32 Aussie dollars. The ink, That just glides over the paper. I think the ink is another one where it's a fairly reasonable match. I wish I could get this with some broader nibs, because I think with a medium, ideally a broad, would be really nice, but this colour is stunning. I may try swapping the nib. That looks to me like it could be a number 6. I may give that a try at some time, see what happens. That'd be a worthwhile experiment, won't it? I like to experiment with my pens. Up next, from Hondian, this is the Hondian N8. This is a flying feathers version. See the feathers there engraved on the cap. Well, I'm saying engraved, I think they're stamped on. Got this slightly translucent body. Cartridge converter. Again, this one, plenty of ink. Got to make sure I give this one a little bit of a agitation or irritation, depends how I feel. Because in here we've got a chameleon ink. So hopefully that's enough to get that into suspension. So the medium nib on there, price wise, about 34 Aussie dollars. The ink, Diamine Olive Swirl. Let me do a quick scribble as well, just to see if anything comes through. It's a nice ink, it's a nice green, beautiful with a white pen. You can use any ink in it, can you? I do quite like that colour. I quite like the base colour there. So that was the Hondian N8. Move it up a bit. We're going to jump back over to India for the Canite Heritage. This is the stealth model, all black. Just look at that. A pen you could use anywhere. Some of the other pens are a bit fancy if you go into business meetings. This one, it's a pen you could take anywhere with you, isn't it? It's also a piston filling pen. We've got a nice ink window there. Now I need to, again, with this, make sure I'm agitating it, because in here we've got a shimmer ink. It's really nice. The nib carrying through there, it's a black nib as well. This is a broad. So we've got here a price wise, we're looking about 48 Aussie dollars. Now I hope the mic is picking this up. The audibleness that I'm getting from this, wow, it's so nice. The ink. And then let's give that. At $48, this to me is an exceptional pen. Really good writer, piston filler. It just works well, and I haven't had any issues with it, even though I've got this shimmer ink in there. So that's the Canite Heritage. Next up, we've got the final pen under 150 Aussie dollars. And it's this one. This is the Windson 698. Available in a number of colours. And when I got this, it was also available with 2 different nibs. The first one was a steel and the second one was the gold. I got both. I got one of each. And in here, I've actually got the gold nib. So it's a 14 karat gold nib. There's the nib for you. Now I can never remember. Here we go. It's there. There's the piston mechanism. So this is a piston filling pen. It's an interesting one because this is just a blind cap. So to fill it, you gently pull that up just a little bit. Then that lets the piston turn, and then you lock it back down in place. When I first got this, that did half confuse me, I can tell you. And there's a nib, I say 14 karat gold on this nib. But it does look fairly small. Price wise, this is about 92 Aussie dollars because it's the gold version. Again, a beautiful writer. Just listen to it. It's so nice, and there's a gorgeous tactileness to it. The ink is by Diamine. And it's spruce. This is a scented ink, so you get like a little bit of a, I want to say like pine needle type smell. And it's also a sheening ink. So I've just done that little swatch there. So we can take a look at that after we've finished the other pens. So that's the last of the pens under 150 Aussie dollars. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. You know, would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. Next up, the pens over 150 Aussie dollars. And I've only got 3 of them for you this month. First one by Twisby. This is the Twisby VAC700R. This is the Canite version. This was a gift from a viewer. Very much appreciate it. Vacuum filling pen. Got some ink in there. You can see hopefully the ink is sloshing around. Nice weight in the hand. Nice size. And I love this nib. Just look at that Canite finish there on the bottom. Let me try and see if there we go. We angled that in the light just right there so you can see that. It's a steel nib, but wow, is it nice. So we've got here so there's a 1.1 stub nib in this. The nib on this feels very stiff, which is quite nice because I get a nice tactileness to it. Price wise, about 160 Aussie dollars. The ink, my favourite ink. Diamine Sleigh Ride. It's an absolutely beautiful ink. I love the way it looks. Again, we'll have a quick look at that. Let me, because I've done that with all the others. This is a sheening ink. It's actually an extreme sheening, so I'll just do my scribble there as well. Really, really nice. Up next, we go to Taiwan for this one, for the Opus 88 Omar. This is a chunky pen. This is a Japanese eyedropper, so you eyedropper fill it. So to fill it, you would unscrew the section from the barrel, stand it like this. I'll angle it now just so I can show you with my finger. Gently drop ink into the barrel, either using a blunt nose syringe or an eyedropper. When you've got it, I always go to about 0.5 centimetre, maybe 5 millimetres from the top. That's where I then screw on the section again. I leave it stood like that for a few minutes so that we get capillary action drawing down the ink, and then it usually writes straight off. You can just about see through the barrel, so you got a rough idea what your ink levels are. This green, absolutely stunning. This is another one which was a gift from a viewer. Actually, same with that Twisby VAC700R, that was a gift from a viewer. So we've got here, just making sure I agitate this. This has got a broad nib, and it's a broad steel nib. I'm agitating it because there's a chameleon ink in here. Price wise, you're looking about 176 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine, and it's Mint Twist. So it's the same ink as we had in that Kaigaloo 316, but in here it looks an awful lot lighter. There we are, do that so that gets a chance to dry, and hopefully we can see the chameleon. Really nice pen, really chunky pen. Quite often I have this inked up. Then the final pen for today. Steel nib again. It's the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande. This is the dark Hawaii pattern. So it's this spaghetti style pattern. Absolutely love this. I love the colouring. This was my first expensive pen, and I still enjoy using it. It's a piston filling pen. So one of the weaknesses with the 1.0 version of the Grande, there's no ink window, so you've got no idea what your ink level is. Whereas with the 2.0, so the latest model, I believe they all have an ink window. Number 6 nib there, so we've got their steel nib, made for them by Yoho. It's a larger pen than you would get with your normal Leonardo Momento Zero line. I find it really comfortable, and I love this older style section. The nib on this is a medium. Price-wise, looking about 377 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine. Early Dust. I always have to check my spelling with this one because my brain always says to me it's early dawn, but it's not, it's early dusk. Because we've got so many colours in here, it actually goes quite nicely with this pen. And it's a nice blue colour as well. So that's the Leonardo Momento Zero Grande. Let's just take one quick look at the swatches. Let's see if we can see any of these shimmer and sheen properties. So first one we had there, the Diamine Stargazer. Let me try and get this right. And see loads of red sheen. But I'm struggling to see any shimmer. There might be a little bit of like a greeny type shimmer, but I don't know, that could be wishful thinking. Not sure if any of this comes over on the camera. Hopefully it does. The next one, we've got Mint Twist there in 316. So the ink actually, base colour looks quite dark, and we don't even need to go to the swatch. In the writing, we can see loads of that gorgeous, like a bluey turquoisey type chameleon there. With the olive swirl, so this is like a pale greeny brown olivey type base colour. And then on here, again, hopefully the camera's capturing. Look at that, we've got this gorgeous bright green shimmer coming through there, or should I say chameleon. With Tempest, so this went down as a fairly dark ink, as a fairly black ink, as you can see there. But let's capture the shimmer on this. It's beautiful. It's got this beautiful gold shimmer there. I'm trying to capture this on the light. There we go. So everything, all the letters to my eye actually look gold because there's just so much of that shimmer coming through. Diamine Spruce. So this is meant to be a sheen in ink. I very rarely see any sheen in here. It just looks green to me. Let me try and get that better there for you. Then Sleigh Ride, I mean, what more can I say? This has got this beautiful red colour as it goes down. And then sitting on top of that is masses of this beautiful green sheen coming through. Absolutely stunning ink. My favourite ink, full stop. There you go. I think I can see some there on my camera preview. Then finally, with that Mint Twist again, this time though in the Opus 88. A little bit lighter. And I don't see as much of that chameleon coming through with this pen. So they're my pens that are inked up for July of 2025. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. What pens have you got inked up? Do you do like a monthly audit to see which ones have still got ink or which ones have got problems and you want to get them cleaned out? Please drop your comments, drop the way you do it down below. Let's kickstart a conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button every time you like, every time you comment. Just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.